3. Little Queenie. Ruth mentioned the wedding, I say. On the TV, someone is being wheeled on a trolley and along a hospital corridor. The old guy on the trolley looks as wrecked as Brian does before he gets his packet of crisps, and as battered as Ned did after Ash had dropped him. The NHS workers shout and wave hands. He'll live. I've seen worse, I say. Joe and me watch the bloke on the trolley be wheeled into the emergency room. I sometimes pick up Joe from the hospital where she works as a receptionist. Joe switches off the television. "I'll get upset if the poor sod dies," Joe says. "The bloke on this last week died." "This one'll live," I say. The TV stays switched off, and I make 2 cups of coffee. We sit in front of the switched-off TV and drink the coffee. "We've had the invites from Ruth," says Joe. "Ruth won't want me at the wedding. No, wait, listen to me, Mike. Ruth and me get on okay. I don't dislike Ruth. I don't dislike Tracy. A bit full of herself, but I don't dislike Tracy. Ruth has sent us the invite. You get on okay, but she doesn't want us at the wedding." "Of course, why not?" I say. "Ruth told me she'd sent the invites. I said we'll be there, the 2 of us." Joe touches the scarred tissue on her face. Before I arrived in the life of Joe, there was a husband with a temper. Joe and this husband had a big row, and things got thrown. A boiling chip fat landed on the face of Joe. The scar is on one side of her face and is the size and color of 2 worn golf balls. I'm well used to the damage, and even in the early days, when we just worked together, and I was seeing the scar for the first time, it never bothered me much. But back then there was trouble with Louis, and I had other things on my mind. Joe and me are all right. There have been arguments, but most are about money, and the cause is not having enough. The bar does not make much, but at least I'm no big spender. Especially now I don't drink so much. Most of the time Joe and me are all right. I am not crazy about her know-it-all son. But I hardly see Finley because he is cute enough to pop around when I'm not working in the pub. And as annoying as Finley can be, he's no Ash. "I won't be comfortable," says Joe. "I know what you're going to say, Mike," which is more than I know, I think. "I'm on show 2 nights a week at the pub," says Joe. "But that's different. I don't have to get dressed up for your place. You don't get dressed up working in a pub." "Like me?" I say. "You like everyone, and you like you," says Joe. "Even if we had the money, you wouldn't put on a fashion show." "I'm better in jeans and a shirt and a jumper." "I am these days." "You can wear a trouser suit at the wedding," I say. "I'll treat you. I could even ask Louis to slip me some money to buy a new one. I don't want you to be self-conscious, Joe, but I would hate for you to miss out." "Don't ask Louis for the money," says Joe. "You promised, Mike. I said if Louis and you are going to forgive and forget, I wouldn't object, but only on the basis you took no money off him. Did him no favors or took any jobs. After what happened, Mike. Louis isn't a problem, and I wouldn't." I say, "I was kidding. I'll treat you to a jacket to go with a pair of black trousers. You'll look okay." "They'll all be dressed up to the nines," says Joe. "That's up to them," I say. We grin at one another. I look at my watch. It's time for work. Women and work. Sometimes it feels never-ending.